Hello everyone, this is an EGG1E1 production, and today I'm on the Legion pre-patch PTR, and I'm testing out the new Legion invasions. So if you weren't aware, there's going to be a pre-patch before Legion comes out, possibly in most likely in about 4 weeks time, and in that patch will be the Legion invasions. Now, what these consist of is these little Legion invasion areas that appear all over the world, and they'll be marked by this sort of Legion portal icon. Now, if you look, there's also one in Ajara over here, so you just got to keep an eye. I haven't seen any in any other zone other than Eastern Kingdoms or Kalimdor, so we're most likely to just see them in this zone, in these zones. And generally, in every one that I've seen so far, there's been 4 stages, and I will show you all of those stages here. Now, the way to join it is to simply just fly into the zone, so you have to, get to the zone, fly over to the zone, and enter the zone, and then you can join the fight against the Legion. Now, from what I can tell, this is a thing that brings a lot of the crowds together, so it is slightly laggy and stuff, and also obviously it's PTR, so what can you expect from PTR? But let's get in on the action. So my sound, I don't know about you, but the sound is very high, so I'm just going to turn that down. Not off, there we go, down. Okay, so what they consist of, the invasions, is pretty much just a few phases, 4 phases. The first stage is a invasion of the main city, or the main town in the area, or one of the main towns. So this one's Tauren Mill. I've also seen one in Tanaris where they invade Gadgetzan and stuff, and they just come into the main town, and there's a load of people who needs to stop the invasion. It's very difficult to talk while playing, actually, I've just realised, so yeah, that's the thing. It's a lot like the scenario system that they're using for the first phase, which is pretty much just a bar that fills up as you kill elites, and they just pummel in. They keep coming, and you need to fight back the Legion. So it's pretty cool, and these will be coming onto the live servers in the pre-patch, as I said, a few weeks from now. I'm also, if anyone's interested, I'm playing the new Brewmaster spec, because all of the specs change as well on the PTR, and they all change when the pre-patch comes live as well. On the live servers, you'll get to see all of the new changes to your classes that will be implemented for the Legion expansion. So that's kind of exciting. I'm not too sure on Brewmaster at the moment, so we'll see what it's like. Obviously it's PTR, but I just really hope. This is cool as well. We've got some voice acting. Interesting. Very interesting. So, I mean, we're 80% through this. It's relatively quick. I think that these are done on sort of an instanced basis, where it's not an instance that you join, but it's an instance that you fly into, and you generally fly into a newer zone. I'm not too sure on that, but we'll see. Also, it would suck for any low levels if this just happened in their leveling zone. That would be awful. They would just get wrecked all the time. Anyway, so here we are. We're on stage 2 here, and just like every invasion I've done in the past, on the test realms, the second stage is simply just a few bosses that will come and spawn in your main city, and you've got to take them on and take back the Legion, fend against the Legion. So you get 2 sort of mini bosses and then 1 larger boss that spawns. So where is he? There he is. Sometimes the spawning bosses have really cool animations, and sometimes they just appear from nowhere, so I'm sure all of this will be changed. As far as I'm aware, this is the first time on the PTR over the past couple of days that this content has ever been tested. I don't think it was on the beta, but I didn't get beta, so you can't ask me. You can't fully rely on that information, but we'll see. Anyway, So, phase 2 is much like the phase 1, where you're just in the town and fighting enemies, but it's over the entire zone and you're fighting enemies. So, you've got multiple different things that spawn. You've got these sort of big, massive legion structures that just constantly spawn adds out of them. So that's cool. You also have mini legion structures, which are just called invasion sites. That's not one. I was looking at that thinking it was an invasion site, but it's not. You also get these bats, fell bats that fly around. I think this is... No, that's a legion structure. I want to show you an invasion site. I think they're just, yeah, smaller structures, basically. And they also spew out enemies. And then you get a variety of named bosses. So I don't know if they're important NPCs, but yeah, they are bigger bosses around the zone that need to be taken on, and these guys will spawn periodically, so they just keep spawning, and it's pretty cool. So I don't actually the headland. Oh, I think I'm not sure. Oh God! So we have a siege tank as well. This is cool. Oh, so. Okay, I was under the impression that they are bosses, but I think they're actually specific zones where you have interactable sort of mechanics in the zone. So that is actually really cool. I think on some of them there may be bigger bosses, but on some of them there is the interactable zones. As I say, I've only done a couple of these, so I'm not entirely sure how they work perfectly. I just thought I would give you a peek, and I guess these work just like the ones in the battlegrounds. Oh, that was this ability. I think that ability doesn't... Oh, yeah. I think that is the same as what we have on... I think that's the same as what we have in the battlegrounds. Well, this is cool. These have a limited fuel, which is interesting, so they can't last forever. This is cool as well, because this is the staging of the Torren Mill versus South Shore sort of event that happened and everything, which is pretty cool. That's one thing about these invasions. They are adamant to sort of get everyone out into the zones again, explore the world, and Blizzard say that they're relatively happy with the way that it does that. You've got to watch out though, because I've been doing a couple of invasions in the past, and the one in Tenaris and stuff, you generally sort of do the invasion, and occasionally you will accidentally kill sort of a mob of the opposite faction, or of a faction that you're not very friendly with. So in Tenaris, if you're hated with the people in there, which quite a few people are, then you can be in some big trouble, which is not too helpful when you're trying to fight the Legion if you get attacked by guards. So I mean, that's something to watch out for. Oh cool, what is this? Meccano tank. Nice. Oh, so you can go inside of these structures. Oh, that one's been defeated and closed up, I guess. Whoa, this is cool. Nice little animation. There's a lot of things that I'm like, whoa, this is cool, because I haven't seen them before. Because, as I say, this is absolutely brand new. It's new content that they're bringing in, and it's the first time that I've seen it. Seems like there might be something interesting going on through here. I'm not sure. Anyway, this stage is about to finish, stage 3. And from what I've seen, I think the next stage, stage 4, is the final phase. And it's the phase where at Torren Mill, or at the main sort of staging area, city, a big boss, the Demon Lord, he comes and he tries to take you on, and he's like, no, you know, if my friends can't take you, then I'll take you myself. Anyway, that's one thing also that I've noticed. After each stage, you seem to get these things called nether shards, and I don't exactly know what the nether shards are used for. I might, at the end of this video, sort of pause it and see if I can go and find it and let you know. But I've been told that they're good for getting like gear for your ults, and gear like for your main if you're not very well geared, and and just stuff like that, and also possibly transmog items, and there was something else, pets, yeah, so vanity items as well. Now the Demon Lord should be spawning here sometime, or he's just here and I can't see him, but I think he will be spawning shortly. You might have to kill a couple of waves of Legion imposters before you can take him on. Or, oh, people saying that it's bugged, but I think here he is. Okay, so we've got a Fell Lord here. Now, from the last one that I was doing, it was a giant Manor looking creature, Pit Lord, and he literally just hit me, and I got one shot by one of his spells, and all of the other tanks were getting one shot as well. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. He seems to have sort of Fell Lord Zakuun type mechanics. So, if you are familiar to that fight, he spawns pillars and he does sort of a cavitation wave, which we might see in a moment. I think it's called Chaos Wave. Yeah, just a way forward. Pretty cool because all of the invasions that I have done so far have had different mechanics, different bosses and things like that. So that's pretty cool. And I'll just here tap away at my buttons and kill this boss. None of the mobs seem to be too hard. They obviously have a lot of health and everything, but they don't seem to hit too hard except for certain abilities that, as I say, one-shot you and stuff, so watch out for that. But they seem relatively easy. I'm not in a group either, and I'm not, you know, I'm not dying and stuff. Go away. So, seems pretty good. Oh, someone just got an honourable kill, which makes me wonder if the Horde can come and try and kill us during the invasion. That would be interesting. And there we go. And killed the boss. Now another thing to mention, at the end of a... Alright. Oh, he's still talking. At the end of an invasion, once you killed the boss, you also get the Feat of Strength, which says, you have been part of the pre-patch event. Well done. The pre-launch event. Well done. Also, at the end of each invasion, you get a couple of chests. So, you get a large chest and a small chest from each of the invasions that you complete, as well as some nether shards. So, I will show you the sort of things. I haven't opened any yet, so nether shards, I'm level 700 gear. Some more item level 700 gear. Let's open this one. So it's basically just... Oh god, that scared me. Basically just nether shards and a piece of gear. So that's all I wanted to show you. The Legion invasions. Now there should be another one that spawns somewhere potentially. Maybe not. Maybe they have a cooldown. But... that's pretty cool. That's a really cool event. I enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed it too. So I look forward to seeing you all in the game, and look forward to Legion and when this all comes live. Might be showing some more things to do with the pre-launch event and PTR on this channel. So I will see you later. Bye. Okay, so a lovely person has invited me and showed me where you can get the items and spend your nether shards. So you get the currency nether shards for completing the invasions, and apparently around all of the invasion zones there'll be these little sort of sites by the Illidari, and they allow you to spend your shards at the vendors. So over here there's like bandages, some potions, and your attacks have a chance to trigger additional fell effects. So I'll buy one of them. I don't know what they look like, and I will maybe let you know what it looks like in a later video. Also, there is this vendor here, which is the Reluctant Quartermaster. It's a captive. So I'm guessing that we've captured someone from the Legion's regime, and now we're going to steal their things. But they sell a pet, Fellbat Pup, which I assume looks like the Fellbat that we saw flying in the air. Also, infuse a Legion invasion weapon with great power up to item level 725, so that's a way to gear your ults. And I assume you can get the weapon in the chests. I can't see a weapon that you can buy here from the vendor, but you can probably get it from the chests. You can also buy some items, some gear, that's the word I'm looking for. Also some appearance sets. So I will go into the appearances of items in a later video, but you have the wardrobe, this thing called the wardrobe, and I'm sure it's somewhere. Oh yeah, appearances. So you can unlock the appearances of items and filter ones by you've collected and have collected, and it will just show you the items that you've got the appearances for. So I'll show you more about that later, but I was just showing you the Legion Invasion event and the shards. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. This was an EGG1E1 production, and I'll see you guys later.